All right, what's going on, boys and girls? So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about some of my favorite gaming YouTube channels, specifically gaming. It doesn't matter if it's Linux, doesn't matter if it's Windows, console, don't care. Some of my favorite channels. So obviously we're gonna, one of my favorites is currently live, Ripta33 Gaming. I actually found out about his channel from following Upchurch. So Ripta is a really big gamer. He enjoys just doing various games. I've seen him do a lot of GTA. Obviously on this one he's playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. But Ripta's just a cool guy. He interacts with the people that he's there with, and he just enjoys having fun. So it's this weird thing. Like a lot of these channels are not specifically for any particular reason. Like, oh my god, they're the best journalist or any of that. A lot of these guys just ironically enjoy gaming, and that's what I love. So Ripta, cool guy. Boomstick's probably, I think, the biggest one that I follow on this particular list. Boomstick, for those that don't know, was a little old YouTuber, and then somebody went and stole all his shit. I'll let you determine that. It was a plagiarism thing from IGN, but his content, killer, really good. Knows what he's talking about, knows how to have fun though, does reviews, looks at video cards, and just really fun guy, really enjoys what he does, and it kind of comes through in his content and how he reviews stuff. Really, really good content. Next up, we have David Jaffe. Now, for those that don't know, as you can tell, OG God of War creator reacts to Ragnarok. That would obviously be the God of War new for PS5. So David Jaffe was the original creator for God of War. He talks very passionately about gaming, what he does like, doesn't like. I'm not saying I always agree, but I appreciate his perspective. He's a very big fan of, as an example, something I don't agree with him on a lot is the game streaming services and stuff, or subscription models, etc. Totally fine with that, though. For me, I like having different perspectives because it might make me think of it in a different way than what I'm used to and challenge what I'm thinking, and that is totally fine. You know, example, he has one called "Stop Resisting." Subscription gaming is good for gamers, basically, and he engages the community. He engages with people who disagree with him, and that is awesome. Him and I have had a little bit of back and forth before, and he's not unwilling to hear a different position. And in a gaming world, that's kind of hard, where my console's better than yours, my operating system's better than yours, and his is shut the fuck up and let me hear both. And that's kind of what I like. Enthusiasts. What can I say? I used to work with some of these guys when I was one of the editors for Holdaline.com, and just these guys are enthusiastic about gaming, old, new, doesn't matter, and really good group of guys. They love what they do. It's not about subscriptions and sub count and all that stuff. For them, it's just simply about enjoying games and putting content out there for people who want to enjoy it, and if they don't, whatever. And I can totally appreciate that kind of content creator. I lied. Sorry. Gamers Little Playground is actually the biggest one on this list. 2.03 million. They do a lot of different content. A lot of, as you can tell, Mafia 2 remastered, all cutscenes. They do a lot of game movies. They take a lot of the compilations and like compile like a single player gameplay into a movie aspect. So some of these can be really long. They got like Mass Effect 1 through 3. They got Andromeda. They've done Final Fantasy 15. Like, these are really long things, but they incorporate them with gameplay, which is kind of cool. But they also do other content. They kind of give like first looks and first impressions and that kind of stuff. So I actually really enjoy a lot of their content. Not gonna lie. So definitely something to want to check out if you're looking for like long form content, gaming related on YouTube for gaming. And I'm going to butcher this, and this is not my fault. I am terrible with enunciation and names. Yeah, so you get the name right there. she focuses solely on Switch gaming, Nintendo gaming, and I'm totally fine with that. She has done a lot of great content. I love like her cheap Nintendo Switch eShop budget games. Really cool. Talks about buying one of the criminally underrated games is probably Astral Chain. Just I like her style. I like her approach. It's not samey. It's very narrow focused on one thing. She's not unwilling to go outside the, in this case, the Xbox or the box, but she knows what content she wants to make, and that I can appreciate. Being a Linux user and having a Unix approach to stuff, I can appreciate somebody who what they do is, all the other stuff ancillary. This is the one thing I do well, and this is the one thing I want to do well. And props, I can totally respect that. Top Hat Gaming, man, I love this guy because A, British, B, travels the world, C, talks about consoles, the history, and just retro everything, and gaming history. This is almost like a gaming historian, in a really cool kind of different take on gaming, because it's from a old school perspective with a new school lean, and it doesn't feel the same. And if you haven't noticed a pattern with this, a lot of the content that I look at is stuff that is not the same as everything else. This isn't a top 10 list from What Culture or a Looper video or insert gaming relative thing here. These are people who are producing unique and different content, and I love it. And Top Hat Gaming definitely is up there on that list. And I think it's criminal that he only has 78,000 subs. Definitely worth subscribing to. So if you have a interest in gaming history, he's a historian, but he's also a reviewer, and he has a current look at past stuff, but appreciates the past stuff for within that time frame. And that's a hard thing to do, and he does it really well. And he's got sarcasm up the ass, and I love that. Next up, what can I say? We got my buddy Juan. PlayerOne is more. It's not about the sub count. It's not about the view count. That's like ancillary. It's nice kind of stuff, but he enjoys conversation starters. Enjoys gaming for what it is: gaming, having a hobby, having fun, an escape. Call it whatever you want, and that's what I love about his content. We've done some collaborative content before, and I enjoy the content because it's topics that I love. But even outside of that, one of the things that I loved was just the conversational approach that he takes to stuff. Yeah, it's kind of retro in what he talks about, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people talking about the things that they're passionate about. And he jokes about the backlog of video games, and I'm right there with you, Juan. But the thing is, he's passionate about what he's talking about, and I love that. He has a passion for old games, new games, just gaming as a whole, and the conversations that can take place from them. And it's really, really cool. And next up, I've plugged this channel before, and I'll keep plugging him again. Viper29 Gaming. If you want emulation Linux gaming, you're gonna get some very sweary opinions, but if you want any of that, check out Viper29 Gaming. Worth it. Really cool guy. Doesn't care what you run, doesn't care what you console or OS. Just really down to earth, unique content. Talks a lot about emulation, and like that kind of stuff again. But he also talks about PC gaming on top of it. So very, very into what it is to be a gamer, and that's passion and looking to have fun. The one thing you'll notice across all this content is these people are looking to have fun with gaming. It's not about my console's better than yours, my OS that I game on is better than yours. No one cares. These things are hobbies. They're meant to be fun, not some stupid bastardized fucking pissing and dick measuring contest. Who cares? Did you enjoy it? If the answer is yes, move on. be glad that they're, and you know, the hardcore casual gamer. I have a lot of games, but if we're going by the hardcore definition by a lot of the hardcore gamers, I'd be a casual gamer because I haven't played all those. Fuck no. It's not about that. It's about how much fun you have. If you dump 1,000 hours into Call of Duty, yeah, you're a hardcore gamer. It's just your niche for hardcore gaming is very Call of Duty focused. That's fine. It's no different than somebody being very niche focused on a particular genre, a subgenre of music, or a particular automobile, or take your pick. Same deal. So for me, all these guys, they either fit a niche that they specifically laser focused on, they're broader, their approach is different, and I love all of them for it. And I love the content you guys do. So thank you for the hours of enjoyment you've given me. And I hope you guys keep making that great content.